1 year after the latest coup in Thailand, where do you think the country is heading towards to?
Perhaps I should begin by saying I'm Frank Munger. I'm a professor of law at New York Law School. So where's the country heading to? I think many people, especially those who attended the seminar this afternoon, and I think those tomorrow, would say that the country is perhaps heading in the wrong direction, that many of us thought that the government would step down rather quickly, but in fact it seems to be getting more repressive. And it's painting itself in a corner which it will find more difficult to leave. We'll know much more when the constitutional drafting process is completed, and if there's a referendum that embraces the Constitution, then in fact there may be some lightening of conditions and a restoration of some liberal government. But right now the level of repression is great, and I think discouragement among reform-oriented groups is quite high at this point.
What would be the most important single argument you plan to make for your presentation tomorrow?
Well, the research that my presentation draws on is building a timeline from 1973 to the present, a timeline of the growth of legal activism among grassroots representatives. So I've been interviewing lawyers who are on the cutting edge of arguing for the rule of law. Last December, I re-interviewed a dozen or so of these lawyers to ask them what the 2014 coup meant for them. The arguments I'm going to make are that these lawyers, notwithstanding their activism, still are wrestling with Thailand's heritage of monarchical rule, and they themselves are not entirely free of respect for the monarchy and viewing the country as still deeply involved with the monarchy. The most optimistic finding that I have is that I think that there are many opportunities for growth from below by increments, and these lawyers seem to be at the center of many of them. So that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow.
Do you have any specific policy recommendation that you would like to make related to Thailand, and also to whom would you be directing this policy to?
Well, I'll be very brief about this. This is a $64,000 question. I think that the faster that the Constitution drafting and enactment process can be concluded, the better that it will be. I think as part of that, the coalition that supported the coup government and has been waiting in the wings for this Constitution to be finished, if they stepped in and said no more constitutions, that we're not going to push the reset button again, but we're going to let Thai politics play out, even if there's a lot of conflict, we need to let the party system develop to the point where it can manage democracy on its own, and that just didn't happen before. I'd like to see that happen.